exist, Kirby. These are all bots. I just gotta tell you guys. Okay, most of these actually aren't. Hold on, let me see. This is the ones.
I don't know if you noticed, but I spent 2k channel points in there to get his Zoma named Pac Demon.
Look at this. While I'm offline,
Nice.
and it says check out Polly. So check out a totally different channel while I'm offline, and they have 16k followers. They have no videos posted on their whole channel. Nothing. And this
Check out this guy who does nothing.
And this Alice or whatever that account was will be watching like thousands and thousands of streams. Like I could click on any random stream right now, and this Alice Hydra is going to show up somewhere else. It's just going to be somewhere else, anywhere. You know, Apatho. Let's see this guy. Okay, this might be a normal dude. So you usually get bots like that, basically. Dynamite. Yeah.
What campaigns do we got going on right now? Double recruit and what is that?
Look, he's asking. He's getting audience questions. Don't you guys want to ask me audience questions about the game instead of
No.
talking shop here?
Nah,
Drum?
I just like talking shit with you.
Alright.
What's the campaign going on? It says double recruit, but then when I click on adventure, there's no, like, it doesn't say extra rewards anywhere.
It's part of the normal story. There's like some stuff you can get double recruit on, I think, chapter 2 and 3.
Yep.
It's not very clear.
And even in extras in the bounty quest, you can get extra recruitment. So like on King Slime and Robin Hood or whatever the B rank one was.
Yeah.
I'm sure you don't want to do that, but I'm just saying that's there as
I
well.
wouldn't fucking do that.
No. Like, I understand it says the double recruit, but it also says times 2 the amount of rewards attainable in this target stage. And then I go to event.
Okay. Leave that out for a minute. Okay. I'm just getting this set up in a couple other places, and everybody and their mom's doing this right now, but I was like, I'm feeling inspired today. Grab all this. Cool. Alright, what do we got here? What's new? Okay, let's look at all this fun stuff. Okay, same shit, different day. Just leave these guys alone to do their thing, get some XP. Cool. Still playing with my new setup here. This is nice having a second monitor for this. We've got 2 monitors for this station, 2 monitors for the workstation. Skip all this shit. Care about story. Let's see. Here we go.
That was it.
They're all double.
Oh, this is just so beautiful having these 2 monitors now, because I got one for the game, one I could watch chat on.
Nice.
Shit. I'm actually gonna play another game while doing this too now.
Oh, my sister works for a tech company.
Wait, you have a sister? Is she hotter than you?
Is your sister actually in a relationship right now?
Which one?
Wait, how
Wait,
many
you have
sisters
multiple
do you
sisters.
have?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know they
2
real, or is this you just in a wig trying to fucking catfish me again?
I mean, it is something he could potentially do. Let's not get that twisted.
Lady Kage will have to post a picture of my sister.
Which is just the gender bender version of you.
Wasn't she in that
eyes?
picture when you were with Met?
Okay. Oh yeah, that's true. Okay, don't send that one.
Wait, so did Matt have sex with your sister?
I guess they don't all land.
Oh, so that actually happened. Never mind.
Whoa. I was going to say, I thought he had sex with him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, why would you say that that's not a landing there? Yeah.
I said, like, the joke didn't land.
That wasn't a
Yeah,
joke.
it's not a joke if it's true. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was just asking a question.
Just factual information.
Anyway, but yeah, so I have 2 sisters, 2 brothers.
Are the brothers hot?
So, are you the only one who can't get a partner of any kind?
Yeah.
I think
Do they
Pat
all
chooses
have the same color eyes as you?
You take a guess for that one.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean, I
sure.
assume through the Armenian and things they probably do, which is disappointing because I really like green or blue eyes.
A lot of Armenians do have green or blue eyes.
I mean, I'm still yet to meet a hot Armenian, so.
Oof.
Damn.
Damn.
Ghost is like, I'd rather bang some turkeys.
Oh.
Otherwise, I'll find out the reason why I actually became vegan.
Oof.
Sorry if I've gone too far, Pack.
This is all gravy. It's good.
No, he's just recording, and then when he turns against me, he'll just post this for everyone and be like, "See, he's just vegan because he wants sex with animals."
Or he'll wait until he wants you to
I
sell your account to
had
him.
an epiphany.
Yeah, he wants me to sell my account for cheap. He's like, "Just here's all the dirt that I've got on you. Also, here's this poor urchin that can't afford food or unpaid pools."
He has to hunt to feed his village that him and Trop live in.
Yeah, no, I had an epiphany, and I kind of pulled out the recorder there. So that was that moment, basically, because when I heard that line about the the complex, the said complex, I was like, oh, I'm pulling out the phone. I'm pulling it out.
What you're saying is that you basically still haven't made as a content creator. People are more interested in watching Trop than they are of you, so you're going to have drama and things to get people interested.
Drama
So that's why you
I
record
didn't
it.
even
Yeah,
post
yeah.
that. I didn't post that for my channel, did I? I just let you guys listen to
You
it.
got a lot of people doing it, so then there's bars and talking in it. So then there's bits where people are like, "Oh, there's this drama. This is this is a thing, and we want to know more. We got to do this, so I better follow Pack so he can give us more breadcrumbs."
That's exactly how what was it? Nib formulated kind of conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
Thought like there was like some master plan against him. Like, no, you're just an asshole. People don't like you.
Oh. Yeah, because he's that important in everyone's life, and it's just like it became a self-fulfilling prophecy where he just did enough stupid shit and pissed enough people off, where they're all like, "Okay, you know what? Now we are actually talking about you and
Now we
want
are
to kick you
plotting
out."
your downfall.
Yep.
Woo.
Yep.
Well, that's how it always happens in his life, right? He probably has people talking about him. He's used to it. He just doesn't know the origin of it, but it has to be happening because it pretty much does. So.
I should have put the link to the new Reddit in here too. Let me get that done.
Like, I'm sure every fiber of his being is always telling him that kind of stuff is going on. And he has to, like, try with all his willpower to not believe it. And he loses every time. That's probably how it goes down. I could imagine. I'm just trying to get a good weapon roll before pulling my tickets, but I may as well pull my tickets.
Oh, it's just so nice being able to like do multiple things at once on this computer.
It's like me with my multiple phones here. I'm gonna go to Twitter and change my
What you're
thumbnail.
saying is, Kage, you're watching porn.
Sure.
While working.
While working,
Yeah.
I'm jerking off while streaming and doing all this other stuff.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah,
Wow,
I know
wow.
what you're doing. Barely an inconvenience.
Barely an inconvenience. Barely a rubber. You're gonna have to ascend to a different level to be able to hutch me. Hutch.
Oh no, I'm not trying to.
Okay, been hanging out with Chase too much. I mean, he has been hanging out with Chase, so therefore he has too much. See, I don't know what to think
If I had
about.
to choose between BDS and fucking Chase, I'll choose Chase because I'm fucking tired of this shit. Like, this whole, like, oh, I'm tired of people complaining. Like, people are allowed to complain. I mean, what? You want to be a gimp for Square Enix all your life, Marco? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I complain, but at the same point, I'm actually quite fine with pace being how it is, and I am very open with the fact that I am complaining and going, hey, here's what we're missing out on compared to JP, because I stand to personally benefit, as well as, I guess other people that actually care. Yeah, it is weird, I guess, if people do simp for the game company and things, because corporations are not your friends. I think people need to be reminded of that constantly.
Yeah, I don't get that. I mean, at first, I just, okay, we were like good little Boy Scouts for what, a year and a half. Mm-hmm. We complained minimally, and what did it get us? It got us jack shit. And Octo over there, they complain for one misprint, and they get a fucking 5-star unit that's like the equivalent of a free S rank.
Theirs is a lot bigger, though. Their game's a lot bigger. There's a bigger following there.
They've already overtaken us. Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't take much either.
No.
Pretty much.
No, I don't know if they're making more money. Well, they are on Apple. They were making they made $400K last month on Apple.
Damn.
I don't know what they're doing on Android, but they're definitely making some
Serious bank.
And the thing is, the game's not competitive at all. It's like you can still take your time, but motherfuckers will still drop 2,000-3,000 in just to be the first to get something done. It's like the Nibs effect. Like, I gotta be the best. I gotta be the Pokemon Master. Take all my fucking money.
It's amazing how much that happens. Like, there's a guy I know who's a professor that teaches economics, and he got sucked in by a mobile game because he really wanted to be the first to have this. And he said, by the end, this money had, spent $125 every time you push this button to, buy this thing, just became popping candy to him. Like, it was just nothing. And he thought he'd never be able to fall prey to that kind of stuff.
Oh, anybody can. I fell fucking
but then, yeah, he's just became like this, push, this is good button. I get good things from it. This makes me feel good. And he dropped 6 or 7, and this, it's a game that not many people played or paid lots of money for. But for him, dropping $7,000 in a few months on this, and then he was like, "Cool, I'm the first to finish this game," and it's just I'd rather have that $7,000.
It just really depends,
They wanted their participation trophy, and they couldn't get it without dropping $7,000. So that's what it was.
I think part of it, he was then afraid if he didn't keep doing it, he wouldn't then get the first, and so it was like that sunk cost fallacy where it's like you've got this position, you are sort of ahead of everyone else, and you need to maintain that position. Otherwise, you've lost out. You've done this for nothing.
And that could happen to anybody.
That's so degrading. You're not good enough. You're not good enough without spending. That's why you spend. But you don't admit to that, but you know.
Yeah, I was just so naturally good at this game and amazing, for everyone.
Oh, it's laughing in the background.
Yeah, I heard a lot. That's awesome.
I mean, I heard from someone from playing an online game called Castlet. I probably said it a couple times, but he said that I don't really have any hobbies. My hobby is gaming. I don't go out drinking like most people. I don't.
Same.
I don't buy a lot of things. So he says I just put the money into the game, and I'm mostly the same way. I mean, I haven't put money into a game besides this game before this game came out in a long time. Yep. So I hadn't even put my money into a lot of things. And I don't drink because I have Crohn's. It's just
well, yeah,
it's
you
bad.
Have the illness. I mean, so you don't drink, you don't have friends, you don't go out. So it's like, gotcha.
Yeah, so I may as well spend my money on a corporation that could shut the game down at any point. Then they're not making enough money for it. I guess that's one of the things that I worry about is that people could put a lot of money. They go, hey, support the game, support this, blah blah. This is great, and then that could get taken away from them at any point. It's not an asset like yes, your house could get destroyed or a car get destroyed or things like that. But
But you have insurance
I
for
just-
those things. There's no insurance.
you do,
shut
but
us
insurance
down.
is not always great. Like we had a storm here and it destroyed lots of stuff last October, and stuff finished getting fixed here a couple of months ago. There's so much damage in Australia at the moment that insurance companies are so far behind, so it's not perfect. But yeah, for the most part, it's like, yeah, you can get those things insured, and then you go, okay, cool, I have value from this. Like, I have my house paid off. I have money in my offset account, and that money, instead of being spent on a game, is then meaning that I don't have to pay as much on interest, so I pay off my home loan faster. Like, I look at those things and just go, I can't equate having a game be worth the same amount to me as, like, having my house, having stuff like paid off quicker, or being able to go on a holiday or stuff like that. And I'm not saying people are like just morons for doing things. I just think people should probably have a bit more of like, this game could be shut down at any time or taken away from me, or I could have a problem, and someone who spends thousands on this, or say like 100,000 on Diablo Immortal or stuff like that, could have issues, and then they don't even get any proper tech support or anything, and basically get told, well, nah, it's your fault, it's your problem, or we don't have a solution for this.
Oh, God.
And that's it. Yeah. There was a whale who spent 100k on Diablo Immortal and whaled himself so hard that he couldn't match with anyone in PvP.
I'll
It
tell you
took
a
like a week and a
story.
half
Yep.
for them to help him, if I remember correctly. Like, he was...
Yep, he got told to
nothing.
make a ticket. He made a ticket, got told to post on the forums, and then he got no response and everything. So he just had to make all these, like, ranting stuff on social media, and then that's when he got noticed. And yeah, it took quite a bit of time, and I think it was him threatening to, claw back as much of the money as he could, which, good luck clawing back, like, that amount over several months.
Right, especially if you're also like a popular YouTuber, you'll have some eyes on you. It's like, yeah, you physically spent this money. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, it's like, huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you a story that happened with that game, Cast Slot. It went to a different website. So it was on a certain website. Different website bought it. They're opening up a brand new server for it and everything. And there was a glitch with the website where when you bought gems in game, you got it was called like the equivalent. So there's like paid gems and free gems. So the equivalent was, they were called like magic potions or but they were basically gems, but they couldn't be spent on everything that paid gems could be spent on. Well, there was a glitch where like you were only supposed to get like 10 to 15% extra magic potions, but you were getting the exact amount. So if you bought 10,000 paid gems, you were getting 10,000 magic pots.
These bonus. Yeah. So instead of 15% bonus or whatever, it was 100% bonus. Yep.
And after like a week, they took all of them away. And people were pissed. People were pissed. And because a lot of people dropped money and then they just took it away. And
Yep. They spent money thinking they would be getting a certain amount of value out of it, and then that was drastically reduced.
A lot of people quit. A lot of people, were sending him support messages saying, because some people bought it on PayPal, and since they bought it on PayPal, they could do chargebacks, they could file class action and all that. So, and I'm assuming some new ownership or some new game dev came in and cleaned it all up. But I mean, the game almost died from, and they just took the game over on their website, but it almost died. But from then on, the player base, we had the power. We were like, we want this, we want that, we want this.
Well, yeah, there's no reason to not to make complaints and do things, because, again, people stayed quiet for a majority of the year. I mean, the arena incident was pretty big. There was a couple other things, and I mean, we didn't get much out of the arena incident, but you've got people in that one guild who control most of the social media facets who are like, oh, don't complain, just be happy and take it. I'm like, there's something really wrong with Marco. Like, the guy's just really out there. He's got some serious trust issues, and I could say this because back when AW and BDS were having their big falling out, and the whole Hex thing happened, Marco's initial reaction was to make sure that Pac was no longer a moderator on the Reddit as his go-to to cut this guy out. And then later he's like, "Oh, I don't feel safe being on this Discord anymore with Pac," but he stays on the fucking Hub Discord with Pac anyway. So I don't know. The guy's got some issues, and then what does he do? He locks down his guild Discord as much as he can to make sure that his predators don't get told on or some shit. Weird dude.
Well, people who take shit, it's the reason why America is the way that it is right now. Because Americans been taking shit for who knows how long, and the way people are just thinking now. You can't take shit. And the only way things change is if you fight back.
Is if you follow then the false messiah that's like, I will be different, follow me, and I'm going to be good. I'm going to drain the swamp. I'm going to make everything better. I'm not going to be crap like them. I'm your friend.
$multi-billion gaming corporation isn't going to care if you don't say anything for a year. We didn't get any kudos. We didn't get anything extra for limited amount of complaints or lack thereof. It just didn't happen. So, I don't get it. Meanwhile, other games, if you complain and you get something out of it, great. If you don't, well, at least you tried, And for those other people who don't want to complain, they don't have to, but why do they have to, silence other people? Even Marco's like, "Oh, I'm tired of the complaining." Well, you're complaining about complainers. Fuck you. And I still don't get
I think this game is pretty fair to people and things like that, but I can fully understand if people go, look, here's the way I play the game, here's my circumstance, etc. I'm not having a good time with this. This is going too quick, or there's this bug or this problem that's not being addressed, and this is actually impacting my enjoyment of the game. Absolutely, they should be able to, voice their opinion for it. As long as they're not messaging the community manager telling them, "Oi, yo, suck my dick."
Well, yeah, threatening the community manager is going to get you anywhere. He's the bottom rung of the ladder. The poor guy, I don't know how much he makes, but he manages several different games for Square Enix. We're just one of probably 3 or 4 he runs.
From what and again, different gaming companies may be different or stuff like that, but from stuff that's Microsoft things, people who are community managers there aren't on long-term contracts. They don't make a lot of fucking money, and it's basically like a stepping stone to, better positions, where it's almost like an intern position where it's like, hey, if any problems go wrong or people don't like something, they're going to, go to you first, hurl abuse at you and everything like that because of something we've done or messed up. And then, of course, the corporation's not just going to go, hey, you're the community manager. The people have passed on this suggestion. Oh, yeah, we're just going to implement and do this now. They don't have any fucking power at all. So they're just this, sort of go-between. And then that's why I disagreed with Chase on the thing before. Yeah, he was like, I told him to do this, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so you're basically hurling abuse at someone that's... This stuff is not his fault, nor can he really do anything about it. And it's like, oh, he's our customer service representative. I'm like, no, he's not. The corporation pays his salary. He's there for the fucking corporation. He tries to help us and everything, and I genuinely believe that he's a decent person who is trying to, help, but he doesn't really have the power. It's the same with, HR at companies. They're there to protect the company. They're not there to fucking protect the individual person.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the individual person. They do to an extent as long as it doesn't cause any damage to the company.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. But if it becomes person versus that, 100% they'll always be on the side of the company.
Now, the thing I still don't get at this point is, the game's changing. It was a different atmosphere. They were on board with the JM thing for all of 2.5 days, and then they switched their tone on it. They rallied free GM for two or 3 days. They stuck with it. And then they well, man, we don't know how to complain. We need to go back to just pretending like nothing happens. Oh,
it's weird because that happens so much with boycotts, where people go, I'm not going to do this unless X demand is met. And then the company's like, well, we just wait this out for a week. And then that just goes away. And it's amazing how often that happens.
Well, it's because it's been done and done again and again and again. And somebody's like, well, let's just do it, see if it works.
Best
and
thing you could do is a boycott. If you have a good alternate solution that tastes better or works better as a product and they're more ethical, You could basically bury that company if you train people to have a pattern of behavior for another company instead.
Yeah.
So.
I mean,
the thing though is, say for example, if someone goes,
Okay, let me see if I can fix this. Let's see. Why is my volume acting like crap? Let's look into here. I wonder if it's because I'm on Discord at the same time and it's acting low. No. Although, let's see here. See if there's something I can do to fix this. Looking to see where I can go to make this higher. Let's try turning that down, see if that helps. I wonder if it's because I have Discord and everything else running, but I'm going to see if I can fuck with this real quick. I've got multiple screens now, so I can do this. Let's move this over here. Let's go take a look. Meanwhile, we're waiting for this to go through. Jesus Christ, I'm literally right next to the router. I mean, it's because I have all this other setup shit in the background. Let's see. System sound. Yeah, it is kind of... Let's see here. Why is this so low? Oh, here we go. Huh, it says it's at 100 though. What the fuck? Let's see something here. Well, it's in all the way. Sting. Does that sound a bit better? I wonder if it's because of the cross interference. I'm trying to see about fixing this. Oh.
This game isn't really making money. I mean, sure, you can point it at making a couple $100,000 a month, but I know costs are some of it. It might be $20,000 a month or $100,000. I don't know. It's more than a lot of people think, and probably less than I think. But dude, they're just so over the top. I'm just talking in circles. I've said it so many times, but I think they would make more money if they didn't make every aspect of the game punishingly brutal.
I mean, we were just talking about this. We were just talking about this. How much more money they would make if the paid banner was just guaranteed.
Oh yeah, because you'd be crazy. And there's where's the math work in there? Because you're losing money from whales, but you're getting do you want a whale or do you want a pool of minnows? Or whatever you call it, a group.
I mean, imagine if you could advertise this as, hey, look, here is a game where instead of having the RNG, let's imagine they keep the paid banner the same. I think someone said it was something like $25 and you get a guaranteed copy, and you can do that as many times as you want. So if you wanted 5 Awakenings, you could spend $150 and you'd get the initial unit and the 5 Awakenings. And people who go, wow, this game is fair, this is good. You advertise it like that. And then suddenly people go in, oh, cool, the gameplay system's good. Oh, cool, if I want to get a unit, I can. This is actually quite easy.
The player base would be vastly bigger if it was like that.
Yeah, I suspect it would.
I suspect they would have gotten thousands more bites on the 50 Scout if they actually did the one people and JP knew about. That I still don't get. That's like, hey, this is the best deal we're ever going to give you. Here's what JP got back in May, and okay, cool.
Here we're cutting off a few good units from it, and we've still got some shit units that were in the general pool for JP, and you're like, oh, okay. And then this is something where I'm going to go 100% against Malcolm for his response on this, where he was like, well, we didn't say we're not going to give you a better one later. And I'm like, how does that make any sense? Like, here, we're going to offer you something up. It's actually terrible. But you don't know that in future we may not have given you a better one. Like, what?
I could explain that. So, essentially...
That's awful.
He doesn't know anything either. He's not He doesn't pay attention to JP.
But hear this out, right? Like, if we got... Because we got the 50 banner early, so it would land on, 1.5?
Yep.
So, the next one would be 2-year. And if we got 2-year, we would get that late.
We missed out on the waifu banner. We missed out on the hero banner. There's been so many value banners that we haven't even got, as well as one that completely got nerfed. So anyway, keep going.
But
I'm fairly certain the 50 poll wasn't on the 2-year. It was for Golden Week. The Golden Week was their second, and then their first one was DQ Day, I believe.
The point is, if we get one on 2-year, instead of being early, it will be late compared to whatever.
Yes, and it will have the exact same unit pool.
No, it will have more. If it's late, do you remember our 48-hour banners had Jessica and Angelo on it?
That was like the first change they ever made like that.
But they we got the 48 late. That's why they made the change.
Quick.
Yeah, but like they don't have a history of doing that. Just that one.
Well, that's the thing. We got to pressure them because we got to be like, remember, 1.5, you said this, you're quoted as saying this. And then when they do bring the 2-year 50 poll banner around, they'll have to update it and have units like Malluminary and stuff like on it because it'll have to be updated for us, basically.
Well, here,
they just
are they
going?
Let's do a CGM real quick.
They might do a 50 Scout for 2.0. That's what I'm trying to say, is if they do one for 2.5 for Japan, we're definitely getting one for 2.0.
I thought I heard my cat crying.
Yeah, but is it going to be a nerfed version again?
Okay, let's do a 10 on here. We still need to
I don't
get
know.
one.
I mean, if we get our 48, look at the 48-hour ban.
Let's go.
If we get that at 2-year, like
come on, big money.
2 years as well, because they had a 4-year, 2-year 48-hour banner. They had one at 2-year that was 48 hours. So
they had 7 separate ones that were pretty decent. But anyway, keep going.
So the next time they give us the 50 poll, it's going to be the one that they did for Golden Week, which happened around now. So that will be the one that included Sorrow as the last unit.
Yeah, but the problem is that Malcolm's response on it was like, hey, the devs are confused because, you might get a better one later or something like that, so why did the community not consider this? And it was like, that's such a weird thing. It's sort of like going, hey, after you work for a company for 3 months, you get this sort of pay rise and everything, and then you work there for 4 or 5 months, don't get it.
Yes!
Or they give you a shittier pay rise that's not as good as what people normally get. And they're like, well, we might pay you properly later. We might give you something better. Did you ever consider that you should just take this deal now? Because, we might actually be, sort of fair to you in an upcoming time. And you're like, well, if you're treating me like garbage now, if you're not doing it properly now, why do I think you're going to do right by me at some later date where we can see, like, the, how you've treated other people? Like, it's not at parity.
Yeah, no, and on that note, I don't understand why other people say, like, well, based on Square's treatment of us in the past, like, we have every reason to believe that they're going to
go.
Like, dude,
now, do I have enough
what fucking game have you been playing?
Yeah, they're a company. The company is not there for you.
No, they fucked us everywhere. It's just they're more upset about it. And by the way, I was going to say a minute ago, like, there's no reason to think that our saying anything is going to matter, because I don't know if you guys think I'm overreacting or not, but, like, that 2-week temper tantrum in main chord literally just dissipated as soon as an event came out. Like, everybody was just fucking back to being satiated as soon as there was a new content banner.
59.
Well, just knowing from Square Enix, like, come on, Square Enix is the king of melting content. Just look at Final Fantasy games, look at Kingdom Hearts games, look at the games that they make and how they milk every
Close.
single penny that they can, because they know that they can, because they make spin-offs, they
I need
drag it
3
out, they make
fucking-
episode 1,
Oh,
episode
come
2,
on, I
DLC
need
after
3.
DLC after DLC.
Mhm.
I need
They
3
know
of
how to
those.
do it.
They're not actually that good at that, though. Like
Okay,
they
let's
they
go
do
get our
the
tickets for
stupidest shit.
Murdow now. I'm
Why
feeling
the
lucky.
fuck is Dragon Quest VIII in some form not on the Switch? We are literally begging to give them money for that. It's just a small example. That's not like one I'm obsessed with, but like
Chase, just to
literally
make you
the
feel
entire-
bad, I got a CGM dupe on a 3K pull.
Nice.
all right, the rivalry's back, asshole.
He's like, fuck you. I'm gonna
Credit
try
card
for
is
Murdow
coming
now
out.
in a second.
Okay, so Ghost, would you agree that, like, let's say
Your mic's cutting out, Pat.
Yeah, your mic's fucked. I heard, do I agree in a robotic voice and then just nothing?
Yeah, that was
So
a normal just pull.
I'm gonna have to have
3K
more
free
information
gems.
before I think of whether I should agree with you or not.
His mic is fucked.
Yeah, his mic's fucked.
Somebody's
How about now?
All right,
You're
go for
good.
it. What do you want me to agree or disagree with? And then I've got to go and make lunch because I'm fucking hungry.
So, with these value banners, 48-hour banners, the Gold Week banners, 50-unit banner, it's like a snapshot in time, like where we are as Global or as JP. So if they
Yep.
take that snapshot and the units that they could give us are said units, then they're going to have to give us said units. I mean, when I made my feedback to them, I was like, hey, give us this at a later date. I don't give a shit if it falls on 1.5 or doesn't fall on 1.5 because they want they want people to be hyped for the celebration
Oh,
of
it's itchy.
1.5.
It's hot out
You know,
here.
that they have an anniversary for the game, but we just don't give a shit. We're like, just give us the good stuff. We don't care about
Yep.
like we don't care about your holiday. We don't care about your celebration. We're not reverent to you. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yep.
these banners are like a snapshot. Sometimes we get them early. Sometimes we get them late. If we get
Sometimes
the
we
value
don't get
banners
them at
late-
all. Like they
but you
every
have-
month before they had their fucking 50 pull thing, like they had that Hero Day banner where it was like, hey, give us 15k or whatever it was, and we'll then let you pull which any of the male heroes you want. Hey, let's have a waifu banner. You know, they started
can't
having
even-
all of these value ones, and we got none of them, like
because
at all.
we have less
We're about
gems.
to skip the
JP.
brides ones. There's a bride one coming up for the DQ5
Mhm.
round.
Yep.
Not
Yep,
gonna
and
get
that
that.
only includes the brides. Like, there's no
But
other
that's
S units in
because they
it.
got bloomed. If they didn't get bloomed,
Mhm.
that banner wouldn't have
Okay,
been given
let's
to
see
us.
something here. I need
Yeah,
a couple more.
But we
would
also
be
don't know whether we're
great.
getting that banner or not. We assume we will, but and at the same
I
point, it sort of
know.
benefits
Doesn't
them to
make
do
sense.
it because one, you get to pick a bride anyway from the event, and then if they encourage people to spend now, shortly before Erdrick Zenlon, all
I
those
don't
other
think you'll
ones
get
that
to
people want.
Pick a bride a second time during that event
Here I
because
can
you
get it.
already
You can.
I need there.
No,
No,
when I
it's
say
only
pick a
one.
bride, I mean from the banner. The end of the banner, you pay 15k.
Yeah, yeah.
When he
No,
means
no, no.
pick a
Here's the
bride, he
things.
means pick a husband for you, Pac.
Yes,
So
which will be me, obviously.
we missed
I'll pick
White
myself.
Day, so that's not going to happen. We already skipped White Day. Anyway, but these are snapshots
Racist.
in time. So when you're saying that whenever we get a banner early, yeah, we got it early. Getting it early is almost like a
Okay, how many more
benefit,
tickets do
right?
we
Because you're
need?
getting
How many
the
more?
value.
Oh, we
At
need a bunch.
any time, like you could
Okay,
always
let's
say,
keep going.
I'm going to wait until the next new powerful OP unit comes
Mhm.
and then I'm going to pull. You could always say that forever. And once when it comes around, you could be like, okay, I'm going to save again. And you could have like 1,000,000 gems on your account and then you finally spend them. And yes, you were right. In that moment in time, you're right. But then 5 months down the line, it's not worth shit anymore or something. It doesn't matter. The point is, when we get this snapshot in time of these things, in aggregate, you have to look at these things in aggregate, right? Because if you want to rule out the good, I mean the bad, you also have to rule out the good. If you're gonna talk,
Okay, I muted Discord for a sec. Generally, I mean, if they're saying hard, there's usually some math behind it. Like, for the last event, doing, like, the normal, which was really weird, was the best way to farm those stones for the friendship. So, I mean, if they're saying on Reddit to do the hard mode, potentially there's they should have some math behind it. I mean, let me see what the percentages are, because we do have them on the Discord. Let me look real quick. I think we got that updated earlier with the info. Let's see. So the hard mode ranks are... Yeah, no, it's looking... We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 to farm. So the drop rates on all of them except the Wimp are 5%, 12%, 22%. Now, hard's 12%. I don't know what the stamina for hard or very hard is yet. I haven't looked. I mean, we'll get there soon enough. Not a problem. But, what's it called? So, I mean, if it all depends. I mean, if it's 7 or 8 stam for 12% as opposed to 15 stam for 22%, I don't know. I mean, you're spending 5 more stam to get 10 more %. But then you could do more chances with... Why is this guy not dead yet? What's going on here? I autoed this. I have no idea what's going on. Am I supposed to do something specific? Okay, he's dead now. Cool. Hopefully someone smarter will... Nah, you're fine. But I think realistically... I mean... I'd probably... I mean, hard mode, 10 stam, 12% a pop. You spend 50% more stam for 10% more on the top end. Yeah, I think hard's probably the better bet. You can spam more of them. And you could also level up some lower end units because it's hard mode. Why has this not died yet? We've brought in the attack team here. There we go. How were those guys doing? Okay, good. Dream Treasure, that's what I need. One more of those and we'll get our CGM to Awaken 3. Alright, let me put the Discord back on.
Now here's these ones, because of you being caught up or missing stamina or stuff like that, here's like a package for it. Here's some of these extra tickets that you would have missed out on. Here's some of this extra gold. Here's some of this extra stamina.
So if they did make that change for us,
Yep.
I would know, but people that aren't on the Discord, aren't on the the Reddit, they wouldn't know.
Yep.
So they would be like,
That's true.
So if they started getting all these free gems for a long course of time to get us caught up to JP, and when we get caught up to JP, they cut that revenue, essentially, that stream. And then these people that were not connected to this situation at all would be like, what the fuck happened to my free 1,000 gems a month or something, or whatever it is? They're going to flip out, and that's the problem. If they make us...
Will they flip out, though, if they're not even noticing it to begin with?
They're not noticing the communication between us and the community manager in Discord.
What I'm saying is, since they're not on... Well, if they're touching Discord, and they're not really they're just playing the game.
They're playing the game. Yes, and that's the thing. If they're playing the game, they're gonna notice if they're getting a free 10,000 gems or a month or something, and if they're getting 100 stamina herbs every month or something, they're gonna notice that. And if that's taken away,
I'm trying to say people if they're not on Discord a lot, if they're just playing the game. And if they're not that into the game, are they actually going to
There are people that are into the game that aren't on the Discord.
Yes, so that's what I mean. So those people, are they actually going to notice?
I don't know. Some might not. But the point is, there's a large portion of people that might not be well connected.
Yeah. We forget how many just to say it. I'll just be rude. I mean, it's accurate. There's a lot of scrubs that play too. There's a lot of people that if you saw how they play, it'd be like, are you a fucking... You can't do that. What are you doing? We take this way too seriously, but the thing is,
most
it's not
people,
even
he's
some
right.
people-
Most people just play games casually. They don't read notices. They don't really know what's going on. But
Yeah,
those
that's what I
people
mean.
still may notice if they suddenly start getting a lot less of these bonus and things in game. So
I mean, they could
I
read
understand
the
that
thing. I
argument.
mean,
It's like,
there's a
yeah.
description when you collect the gems. There's always a description,
Oh, there's
like
immunity for like
login
several
bonus,
turns here.
something that like it'll say, like it could literally say catch up something or
yep. What you're saying, Hutch,
Oh, yeah,
sounds
but people
completely
are really stupid.
reasonable.
They still get
That's
that.
what I'm
But
saying.
but from working, sort of I guess adjacent to that industry with the Gears stuff, people don't fucking read. You have it. People complaining, go, we want in-game notices of stuff, and blah blah, and all this, and you're like, these are all there. Like you literally click on a button, have in-game notices. When you boot up the screen, they even had it for a while that it would appear up as a splash. People would just skip it, and then later complain that they weren't told about something, or they got no notice. And it's like, we put this in your face, and you still got rid of it, and then didn't read it. Like it's just. Until actually having to, I guess, deal with complaints on this kind of stuff, you
Then I
would be
don't see the
like
problem,
completely
because
shocked
they-
at just how much people will not read or go out of the way to not read, but
they
then still
play
complain.
the same way
Well,
we
then
would
there shouldn't be a
play
problem then. If they put it in game, and even if they like complain or whatever, they can just say, "Hey, we put it in game. Like we
Yeah.
told you that it was going to happen for this amount of time, and then
Mhm.
once you get caught up, then it's go away." So
Yep,
If they
and that's
put
a
it
fair
in-
response.
I don't understand why that they can't do it.
Let's just put it this way. It's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They're smart enough to figure out something. If they can do an in-game announcement blaming JM about the deletion of his account, they could do an in-game announcement about why these gems are happening.
Exactly,
That's what baffles me is they
but
I mean,
they're not
they
doing it.
they were a successful business. They're hanging on as far as I know. But like, it feels like they actively choose not to make money with this game because they make so many mistakes just to like. It almost seems like they do it out of spite. I really can't imagine it being other way because there's so many better ideas to make more money. Instead, they're like, no, let's just force them to want to pay for everything.
Awakening. Oh,
And that's
let me
why there's
check.
like, what?
Let's see.
We're half the player base left, right? The 5 of us? Fuck.
You honestly know what I think it is, just because I don't play too many games that like have a JP player base then have a global player base. It seems like a East Coast
So
bias
13.
kind of thing,
I
more of
put
a
13 in, and I
JP
got
bias kind of
3
thing. Like we're not
copies.
going to take suggestions from global
It's
from
pretty good.
Americans.
I'm gonna
Screw
stop because
them.
I got what I
It kind
wanted.
of seems like that.
Yep. I completely agree. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Is fuck
It's the only-
Westerners.
it's the only thing that makes sense to me too, because I know East Coast bias is a thing.
Oh yeah, no. Which here's the thing, like I'm used to Dokkan Battle, it's the same thing, 6 months apart. But like all the JP players care about is getting things first. So they're happy. The global version is actually, I'm not exaggerating at all, it's superior. You generally get things 4, 5, 6 months later, but you get discounts and shit like that. It's the better version to play. But the JP players are happy because they get shit first. With DQT, they seem just desperate to fuck the Western player base. Because that's the only thing that makes any sense, is that they just refuse to be considerate to us.
And the
Because
thing
it's not
is,
profitable.
that mentality has been in JP, not just for Square, but for other games for years. And it's
what it
slowly
seems
starting
like.
to go away, because you'll notice, like, some companies who
Mm-hmm.
have had games in here, they've brought over, like, the Yakuza series is a good example. They had the earlier Yakuza games, we barely got any of them, and then they noticed that this market was actually pretty good and people wanted these games, and now they do like simulcast releases for the series.
Yep.
Yeah, I agree with that, which is why it's so weird that they've taken it to an extreme with us. And it's like, I've said it like 8 times, but like, it doesn't make them money, so I don't know why.
We're getting a simultaneous release, or at least that's the announcement for Dragon Quest 12 as well. But it's almost like some of these smaller or mobile developers or particular ones don't care about that sort of bigger picture and just focus on the whole, like, we are JP developers first, and global is just an afterthought, or they should be happy with what they get.
I've got to say, mainline Dragon Quest still works. I'm not alone thinking that like pretty much everything Square Enix does is shit. Like unless you were one of the 4 people that enjoyed Strangers of Paradise. I think Dragon Quest Tact still has like maybe their own little NX team, and obviously they're not in control of Dragon Quest Tact.
You know, I took
That's
a look at
only
that game,
pulling it
and
out
I
of my
was
ass, but, like,
I was on the fence about buying it. I was like, this looks interesting. It's a pretty cool game, and it just seemed like they tried to make it into a Diablo hybrid almost, where you didn't even have to do anything. You could just go for like the chest and then back out of the mission to get stronger. It just defeated the whole point of an RPG.
Well, that's why they ruined Final Fantasy. Everything is like, oh, let's try like this other game that works now. Kids don't like turn-based RPGs. I was like, well, that's what Final Fantasy fans like.
Turn-based RPGs is a fucking gold mine. They're amazing. They work. They work for a reason. And Final Fantasy 15's kind of sucked ass.
I mean, I was happy when I found out that the first Star Ocean game was on the premium for PlayStation. I'm playing that on the side now because the new one's coming out next month.
I mean, I even enjoyed 12. I know a lot of people didn't enjoy Final Fantasy 12, but it was still...
Yeah,
I mean, it was still like
let's three-awaken our guy.
real-time turn-based, and it had like all the shit.
It was a take on turn-based.
Yeah. Like, you know, like, it wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but it still worked. There's different takes on turn-based, too, that can be fun, other than just, like, Final Fantasy VII. Like, time bars are lame, but, like, you ever play a Grandia game? Like, the action battle system in that, it's emulated by only a very few other games. I think it's fucking awesome. Like, having action bars and things like that. Not just, like, the ones that fill up, but, like, where you can interrupt actions and placement matters and stuff like. There's different things they can do. The Bravely Default thing. Like, you can make small twists on it, or, just, dude, I don't really care about gameplay in Final Fantasy games. When I was younger, I wanted a beautiful game with a pretty decent story, and I just clicked get through it basically. I know that's probably a minority opinion, but like, I just want a AAA turn-based RPG.
God, Nebs isn't here for that.
I feel like Final Fantasy X for me is like, just if you're making an RPG, use Final Fantasy X as the template.
Oh yeah,
like the sphere grid system alone. Like, even if the gameplay was shit, like
you already know that's part of my
lineup. The sphere grid system alone made that game. It's such a great level up system. And then they came out with the expert. They came out with the expert sphere grid, and that completely changed how you played the game, because you could level up certain characters differently. You could save some level key 1, 2 spheres. You could bring some people, because what I would do, I would make Yuna a black mage, and then have her go back into the white mage. So she was this hybrid, and she was insane, and it made Lulu pointless. And
so what you're saying is she is a caramel mage.
Final Fantasy X reminds me, and that's why it's so depressing that Square has just like shit the bed on everything that they've done for the last decade. Is that, dude, there are some decent JRPGs out there now, but they're all like low budget. Final Fantasy X scaled up or remastered or whatever looks better than 90% of games that come out now that are turn-based. You can argue and stuff. Like, I pissed off everybody on the Trails of Cold Steel servers because I'm like, wait, why does this game that came out last year look worse than Final Fantasy X? Like, these low budget RPGs, they can be fun, but
because I think Kingdom Hearts 3 is absolute dog shit.
I actually didn't bother playing it. I don't know.
I got a couple hours into it. I think they wanted Sora to be childlike, but what they made was an autistic child with ADD.
No, I'm not even talking about the story. Like, I couldn't even follow this. I couldn't even follow the story to begin with because I didn't bother to play all the side games because it was on the Nintendo DS. Like, sorry, not gonna do that.
I'm out. Have a good one. Love you all.
And
special pack.
It was just easy. It was way too fucking easy. Like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, like they weren't like super hard, but they were challenging. And Kingdom Hearts 3 just felt like a cakewalk. Not to mention, it didn't have a lot of gameplay. Didn't feel like there was a lot of end game like the first two had. It was just bad.
Was the story better in 1 and 2, or we were just young enough to think that obscure meant deep?
No, it was better.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it
one
was
felt more
better because there wasn't as many of these extra links like he mentioned. Like, you needed to
Yes.
go cross-platforms. For fuck's sakes, at one point they wanted you to play a mobile game to get some of the story for like 3 to, I guess, what's going to be 4 eventually.
Because Square Enix tries to milk shit, and like it works for some things, but not multi-platform. Are you kidding me?
Was anybody ever unsure, like, when you heard about, like, story from Kingdom Hearts, and you're like, is somebody fucking with me? This sounds like online fan fiction.
Well, I just, like, how long did we have to wait for Kingdom Hearts 3? 15 years?
Yeah, when the actual player base for Kingdom Hearts was already 40.
Yeah. Like, I remember clearing Kingdom Hearts 2 when I was 17, 18 years old. I'm now 30. Like, 13 years.
So you guys are just like trashing Kingdom Hearts right now.
Oh, yeah, it's
Yes. And here.
Well, one and 2 was amazing. 3 was just dog shit.
Yeah, I can't disagree, unfortunately. I really love Kingdom Hearts, but like it's really hard to love 3. It's such a bad game. The writing is a disaster.
I played it once because I was excited. You know, I was like,
know.
all right, finally do it. And I played it, and I was like, this game is dog shit.
I was so excited. The gameplay was good, but like the difficulty was just way too easy, and they like didn't make use of any of its mechanics, and then the story and writing was just garbage.
Yeah, it was bad. It was
Oh
just
my
bad.
god.
But, and like at the end, you know, with like that cutscene, I was like, oh wait, you're telling me you might make a 4th one? Like, really?
I was so fucking mad, dude. They just like were hyping up Kyrie all game, and then they just like had Sora fucking save her again.
Oh my god, dude.
Well, yeah, they basically set it to where it was like, okay, this is all going to be one part of the story. It's going to be like a big overarching chapter, but we're going to leave some other stuff out that we didn't really want to explain, and maybe we'll get to it in the next 3 games. Fuck you.
It didn't even feel like a complete game, dude.
And the next 3 side games that are going to be multi-platform. So stupid.
It literally did not even feel like a complete game. It just felt like a lead up into something else.
Like, and that's why I loved Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, because 2 felt like a complete game. 2 felt like it felt like a, you know, an evolving world.
At least I got
like
my
Sora,
CGM
like,
to 3
with
stars.
its different
I'm happy about
forms,
that.
and like the enemies were actually like got stronger. You know, you face it just felt good.
I know, and there was none of that in 3. Just nothing.
No, there was nothing. It was bad. It's trash.
So Chase, did you get Mordell on your paid on what was it? Free
Oh,
tickets?
fuck you, Kage. How many copies did you get for how much?
I haven't tried yet. That's why I was asking before, because I'm gonna do the free pull and that's it.
I did
I did
the paid and got Queen and Nightclubber.
And then to make you feel bad, I got 3 copies of CGM out of 13 free gem pulls.
Nice.
Which isn't too bad at all.
Kage definitely has the streamer look.
Not usually. Usually I get fucked in the ass when I'm trying to get something I want.
Yeah, I just had to go to pity for CGM. And then it's like, all right, well, it's time for me to be lucky on Murdaugh. And nope, the scout system in this game is just fucking terrible.
It's like Chase games go to hell.
I know I sound like a baby, but it shouldn't be this easy. Like, it shouldn't be that, like, the vast majority of multis make you, like, sad.
I mean,
that's not good.
Kage said it earlier in the Discord, like, you know, when we were talking about getting that 300 gems. It'd be nice to get a daily pull.
Yeah, it would be. I mean, most games I played, there was some sort of daily pull or a discounted. Octo is smart. Octo makes it to where if you do their paid pull a day, it's 1/3 the cost of the normal. So essentially, it's $1 to do a pull, and then after you do 30 pulls, you get a free 5-star unit. You can only do one a day, but you eventually get rewarded for doing the polls.
So you can pay $365 and get 12
Yeah.
5 stars.
12 5-stars over the course of a year, where you could pay that here and get fucked
You
in
could
the
pay,
ass.
yeah, you could pay $364 and get 1 copy.
You're getting up with a fucking squid copy or some shit.
Huh. That's that's such a
also,
major difference.
Keep in mind that 1 copy of most units does dick for you if you can't afford to buy the First Awakening. And then you get most of its capabilities.
Which is why I was like praying to get 1 more copy of CGM, because I was at 1 Awaken, and then I was like, okay, if I can get 1 more, then I can use the shards to get the 3rd, so now I get the...
That's his Dragon Scale plus MP recovery, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know a lot of these fights, like I noticed it with Eternal Dream, and I noticed it with the past event, like, you know, getting the decorations and the medals. Having high awakenings has kind of been fucking me with a lot of the, like, I know, like, I've been using videos for strats and whatnot, but like my agility is all thrown off. It's not the same.
Oh yeah, ranking up your or awakening your Seraphie is the worst thing following guides.
Yeah, I mean, and just, I don't know. It's almost like they want you to have Awaken 1 or Awaken 2. They don't want you to have Max because it kind of...
We're getting there. Almost got enough to do my poll.
The meta's changing, and those Eternal Dreams fights were just a fucking stupid. Like,
I didn't bother finishing them all. I said, fuck it. I just didn't care.
Dude, yeah, I got
5 medals.
I got 5 for the orb, and I was like, I'm done. I'm not doing it.
Wait, Hutch, you're a whale, aren't you?
He used to be, and then his wife found out.
Right. No, he doesn't even know.
There's
like hide things from your wife.
It's
no, she spends a shit ton of money. I can spend money.
But you said she doesn't know.
Yeah, I'm just.
It don't matter.
I'm just pure wine mode tonight. But like, I think we're all on the same page. Like, there's no in between of like it's either auto or like this is no fun at all unless you're a fucking masochist. Like Like, trying to figure out a stage in this game is just smashing your head against the wall, or trying to find a guide that you can follow step by step very carefully.
I would say this event and the past event, I'm definitely smashing my head against the wall, but a lot of the other times, I used to be able to, like, see their weaknesses, pick a couple units, tries, switch a couple things up. I could figure it out.
Yeah, but that's when you were dropping thousands of dollars into the game, too, though.
I'm glad I'm not the only one that like feels that way about the last event. It was really terrible.
Oh yeah, no, it was really hard to clear the last one. And then, you know, I'm sorry, like every 2 or 3 events or so, they do it to us where, dude, I want to use these grind stages where we grind whatever stupid fucking thing is available. I want to be able to level units. It's like, oh great, well I got to bring at least 2 max level S ranks to this.
Oh, dude, how come there's not a BR for every fucking event? Like, it's not that hard.
It's usually not that bad, but yeah, like they've chosen to do that to us twice in a row now, where it's like, yeah, here's some piece of shit units and level them on your own, kid.
Or it's like, here's the BR, but we're gonna give this one to you at the tail end of the event, so you only have like 7 or 10 days to get it done. Good luck.
Also, why can't they make a
we got enough now.
general BR that you can bring any unit into?
That'd actually be nice.
Doesn't that sound like a great fucking idea? And it doesn't have to be a massive amount of XP. It could be 5,000 XP. I don't care. I'd grind it.
Well, yeah, you'd auto-click it, you fucking bastard.
I mean, I'm not a gacha expert, but yeah, I mean, the one I play, I'm not used to leveling your characters mattering so much. It's very annoying.
I mean, it does because they gain the extra
10 free
potency.
tickets. Let's do this.
No, what I mean is like
big money.
For it to be such an effort.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's usually just automatic in the games that I'm used to.
Oh, I mean, I noticed it like when we had the double XP going. Like I was like getting dudes in my level up team and getting them out, and now I've had the same level up team for like 2 weeks almost.
Okay.
when that went away.
Yeah, dude, the experience to get to 130 is crazy. I left my phone on last night because I got a C rank. One of the new ones, like, oh, okay, this one, I gotta farm this up last minute, and it didn't finish. Like, after hours and hours, just to get a C rank up to max level, it's
I think
nuts.
he's already awakened. So
Damn.
that's...
Anyways, guys, it's 12:30, so I'm definitely gonna hit the hay.
Well, I got an S rank on the Murdo free tickets, but it was a Sline heart, so yeah, there's that.
Oh, dude,
Rainbow
that's what
medal.
killed me is I actually got a lot of rainbow tickets when I pulled. Well, I mean, on like most multis, I got one rainbow ticket, like 2 out of 3 of them, I guess. And yeah, it's just like I've said this a lot. For those of you that haven't heard me whine about this before, whenever you get a rainbow ticket, there's an 82% chance that you're fucked. Like the featured rate within the S rate rank is way too low. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally like
well,
here wondering. I know that it's. Why am I not uninstalling? Ugh.
For the community and because you finally don't have to be targeted by me anymore.
Oh, that never drove me away, but no, that's literally it. My guild is the only reason I'm staying because like I'm dude, I spend way too much fucking time in this game. Ugh.
I mean, if you spend 4 hours with Pack, he can talk you out of your account.
Yeah, it was so hard not to spend another gem pack.
Dude, I forgot to tell you guys. Someone, because I posted my, my account on that website like months ago when I first posted it. So some random person messaged me, wrote like a whole paragraph and offered me $100 for it.
What was the paragraph?
I don't know. I skimmed Reddit and just saw the $100 and just deleted the notification.
Was that Pack sending you that secretly to try and get the account for Element?
I doubt it. Yeah, it could have been a
could have been for a nib too.
That would have been funny.
Oh yeah, he gets you hudged and he buys your account and joins AW.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm not selling my account for $100.
Okay, let's see what else we got. So bold.
Are you nuts? Come on, no.
Oh, I thought that was Pack speaking. You sound a little bit like Pack. Sorry.
How do I sound like Pack?
He doesn't sound homosexual.
Oh no, thanks, Kage. Anyways. Good night, guys.
Yeah, you guys are
have fun complaining about Square Enix.
Good
All
night.
right. Later.
Yeah, I didn't get shit on the Murdow one, but I'm only doing the free pull. They're not getting any real money out of me. They can suck my dick.
Yeah, too late for me.
Yeah, I know. You already got fucking dragged back into that.
Yeah. Well, all right. Later, guys.
See ya.
Oh, congrats on the luck, though. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, getting the CGA on what was it? Like just a 3K pull? I was going into that expecting disappointment, so maybe that's why. I was like, I'm going to get fucked on this.
I've done all right with gem pulls, but I've always done terrible with the tickets, it seems.
I actually got surprisingly lucky on that banner too. It was the first one I got lucky on in a while, which was nice. I got like 210 times ticket pulls on that and then got it.
Well, that's not bad.
Yeah, hey there.
Oh wow. Look who it is.
Yeah, Nier actually talks. And so does Trump.
I do, yeah.
Wow, awesome.
Let's see. Let's see if we can
Not often, but sometimes.
I was gonna say, where you been hiding?
I don't know. I just kind of isolate a bunch.
Oh, so you like Trop?
Yeah, I guess.
He isolates his personality.
Like oh, no, not like that. Totally different.
Oh, okay.
I just don't talk to people.
Oh, it's awesome. You've been getting out more, enjoying the summer.
God, it's hard to enjoy the summer when it's like literally just 110 degrees out all the time.
Well, you're preaching to the choir on that one.
Yeah, shit about that. I
Oh
don't
my
walk
God.
around 150.
Summer's fucking miserable these days.
cool off soon, and I'm gonna be enjoying it.
Especially since we move near like trails and other stuff. It'd be nice.
Have a nice view, got a patio, deck, the whole nine. Be nice. As soon as
I
this weather.
prefer winter. I like go out all the time in winter, and in the summer I'm just in my room all the time because it's too damn hot.
Or they'll wait until the teacher to go.
Okay, let's do this one. See if we can still bully
I do
this
not
right
like
now.
the summer.
I'm good up until 105, and then once we get over 105, I'm done. I'm just
Oh gosh. I don't deal well with heat. I like melt at like 100. I deal with it though.
Yeah. Once I'm over 105, I'm done. Up to there, I'm okay.
I gotcha. That's where it gets like really, really intolerable.
Yeah, it gets bad. But I can deal with it better than East Coast humidity, so it's okay.
Oof. There goes
Yeah, I
poor
gotcha.
Okay, Alex, step in for a second, because I want to talk to you about a spoiler.
This new event actually looks really cool. I hope it's as cool as it looks. This new event looks really cool. I hope it's as cool as it looks.
Yeah.
Not bad so far. I'm enjoying it.
I'm about to start it right now.
Oh, Sorrow's fucking dead.
Actually looks like a really good event. First one I've been excited for in a while.
Anybody else says
He's fucking dead. Okay, cool.
depends.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to auto the next one. Fuck.
Okay, give me a sec.
Let's see.
Or I'm gonna tell out. Okay, that's okay.
Oh, we got the staff. Okay, let's see what the base rolls on it are. Okay. And then we'll have to do this.
It's too early to be this tired.
I just know I've seen too much of the inside of the Walmart.
Hey, no kidding. I gotta feed the dogs. Shoot. Doing work right now.
Oh, I'll get off here in a second and I'll come do that because I'm almost done.
Still streaming?
Yeah, I'm still on, but like I did my Murdell pull, didn't get anything, got the CGM and started doing some of the content.
It seems easy, at least.
I mean, I've
I don't know,
autoed up to EX Murdell already. It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah. You got the full clear for Murdaugh on the EX?
No, I'm gonna have to actually do that. I'm gonna have to actually play that one, but the other ones they were all auto.
Yeah, it seems that way.
I have to actually think and use my brain, which I don't like doing if I don't have to.
But it wasn't a hard stage, so I did it without getting the full clear, but I'll go back for the full clear later for the RNG or whatever, because the guy has a lot of sleep chance, and I didn't crit him once, so there's that.
I got
yeah,
the
I mean,
staff,
the Clubber gets like one chance, so there you go. I mean, you could just buy the staff from the shop, too.
Oh. Well. Kind of makes the stage kind of irrelevant then. Oh, that's kind of sad.
Not really. It's to farm more of the staff. If you want like a half decent roll, you gotta try, usually. You do get those one-offs where you do like one or two and you're like, oh, wow.
See, that's what
okay, I
people
guess I
end up
got
pouring
the...
in this game. They try and re-roll S-rank equipment at the fucking poorhouse.
Mm-hmm.
How much gold are you sitting on right now, Pac?
Not a lot. 32K.
I think I'm at 1.4 mil. I'll go check.
So you just prefer not to roll equipment?
Yeah.
I do roll equipment, but probably not as much as someone like Trop or...
Well, Trop's used to being
Starscream.
poor, though, so he needs to keep himself there.
Me too, oh my god. I roll equipment way too much, and it just leaves me broke all the time. I never have any gold.
Let's see. It says how much you've rolled in your lifetime for your account. Let me see if I could find mine.
Oh, does it really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's in the feats for the missions tab.
Okay, interesting.
I've done equipment alchemy 6,819 times.
Okay, I've done it 7,959 times, so I still do more than you. So.
Yeah, and then I'm at almost 1.5 million again.
Mm-hmm.
America.
It's interesting because it's like at the polls for both of that, both extremes are pretty nice. Like someone like Blades, he'll roll for the weapons first, and if he gets a decent roll for like a unit that he was iffy about, then he'll go all out on that unit and just max awake it. Because he's like, well, I already got the decent roll, so I'll get like I'll get the full, use out of it, the unit. So someone like him, it makes sense because he's doing some sort of strategy there. And then Kage's technique also makes sense. Everyone in between is just getting fucked over, probably.
Pretty much. Because every time they do like a new rank up event or some shit, it's like, well, I've got all my gold ready. I'm cool.
Yeah, you're not wrong. They really need to rework equipment alchemy. It's such a terrible system, honestly.
Well, I just wish they would. If somebody gets like a really good roll, and then you're sitting on another 600 dupes of an item, you could. I don't know. They should be able to do something where you turn them in for gold or tokens or some shit.
There's a few things they could do with that. They just don't.
Well, I guess I'm actually at 42k. I had all the shop tokens from the last event, and I just redeemed that for gold. So just 10k there. Because it's like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I could spend this on more weapons to roll. Because, you have the unlimited exchanges in the shop for equipment, yeah? And I'm looking at those, and I'm like, well, I could buy more equipment. Or I could just try to finish the gold exchanges at the bottom of the shop. And, well, if you buy the equipment, you're spending gold to roll the equipment. And if you get the exchanges at the bottom, you're getting gold.
Right.
So it's like, it's not just, like, it's like what? At the bottom of the shop, it's like 50,000. So it's like 100,000 gold, maybe another 10,000, for that. The last exchange isn't too good, but it's still there. So you got like 100,000 gold. That's pretty easily accessible, let's say.
Alright, guys, so I'm going to actually pop off here. I'm going to go feed my pets, do some other stuff. I just want to kind of get on, test out the new setup. We're eventually going to have some stuff back here, going to have a nice display whenever the moving company decides to bring me my new bookcase. I definitely want to put some stuff back there. Maybe a nice picture or something. I still don't know what I'm going to put. I'll keep it that way, Perry. Just save your fucking money, man. I mean, it's one of those things where if you watch a guide video, you've got a piece of equipment, and it's like, okay, I need to like use this piece of equipment and roll stuff. But this piece of gear is kind of subpar, so then maybe you go back and you re-roll that piece of gear. But otherwise, I mean, unless you're doing, I guess, GVG specific or arena specific stuff, I wouldn't even bother. I'll just knock out these stages too. But anyway, thank you again for joining, guys. I will see you next time. Hopefully we'll have a background here at some point. Again, I don't know when we're gonna actually get that, but I've got like a whole full setup going here, where we've got two different setups there. That's like my office setup, and then of course I've got my little gaming thing going here. So we got stuff going on. Anywho, you take care, guys. I will see you next time. Oh, so I did, what was it? I did 13 polls total. I got 3 copies of CGM. That got it to Awaken 2. And then I did the, what's it called? I did the Awaken shards. I had to use a couple from the Dream, and I just got them to 3. Didn't have to spend $1. This is fun. I like this. I have no gems right now, though. I mean, I threw another 3K free pull into there, and just to say that I'm sticking with it, I will show you this right here. Just to show you. I still have my paid offer pull for fucking CGM, so I have not spent. I have kept to just passports and keeping things to a dull roar, not put anything in. And then you can see here that 13 pulls total. 13. So, yeah. I'm not... Oh, I intend to use my CGM versus new players. Fuck those new players. What level are we right now? We are level blah 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 21. 21, so potentially the last one is... Yeah, well, I can be. I mean, shit. I can definitely be a degenerate gambler. God, any one of us can be. But anywho, I'm going to pop off here. I'm going to go feed my pets. Thank you again for joining, everybody. And this is nice. It's... I don't know. I wanted to test my luck. Again, I'm a degenerate gambler, so... Oh, hey, Confusing. What's up? People keep popping in, so I'm getting ready to go. Fuck. I haven't seen you in a while. Like, it's probably been... say a year? Maybe 8 months? You seem familiar. Name seems familiar. Yeah, next copy's 90K. I'm not even gonna fuck with that. And I'm happy. 3-star for this unit is really good. Oh, because what's his 5-star ability? Lucky Day 777. I mean, at 5-star he gets an extra 100 HP. He gets some extra ZAM resistance at 4. So, yeah, I am totally okay with his 3 stars. 3 stars the best one here. It's not like Nocturnus where, you kind of wanted to have 5 awakenings on him. Although, oh, that's a pretty good roll on that. I think I'm going to keep that. 887. Yeah, I'll keep that the way it is. What's the roll on this? I'll have to mess with that later. But yeah, this is good. Oh, I have to update my guild defense too. Let me go do that real quick. Okay, let me update that real fast. Just do something here. Okay, let me just update this secretly. Okay, let's see. I actually want to switch things up. Okay, you go here, you go here. How did I have him? Some mass. Okay. Actually, we'll leave him. Okay, good. Awesome. After fighting some of those people the other day, anything is possible. I take nothing to chance. I take absolutely nothing to chance on that trop. PST, West Coast. So it's almost 11 here. I mean, we fought some Southeast Asian Smurfs with like 280k CP, and all they had was they pumped everything into just having a solid GVG team. So that was interesting. That was very, very interesting. I mean, they took out the sub-guild. The sub-guild got taken down by him. So yeah, I don't underestimate people. You punch through targets, you don't give them a chance to win. Complete and utter decimation. Anywho, I'm now going to pop off here. I got shit to do. I'm going to go feed my pets. I know Trop wants me to let my dog starve. He's a horrible person. And it is what it is. But anyway, it's nice to see you again, Confusing. Let me make sure you got a link to the Discord as well, because we did update the Discord since the last time you were probably here. So let me just grab a link for you. And I'll throw it in there. It's so nice having these extra screens. Cool. And then here's an update to the Discord for you. If you haven't jumped back in. Although I think you did. You said your name's Lucky Day. Let me see. Maybe you have jumped back in. Oh no, I don't see you on here. Okay, cool. Anywho, see you guys. I will be back next time, whenever that is.